men chop trees, it is the women who understand the complicated task of gardening. To plant, cultivate, and harvest the ridges of the forest floor is considered an art. When asked if men ever do gardening, Mima laughed. Men? They could never do it right. They'd ruin it. They only know how to chop. Awengi, awengi, awengi. The basic crop of the Waodani garden is manioc, a starchy jungle root. It is part of almost every meal. As the manioc slowly matures, other plants are intercropped in the garden. Peanuts, corn, plantains, sweet potatoes, and yam beans. Thus the Waodani managed to extract a wide variety of crops from a single garden, with a harvest of manioc as their favorite reward. Manioc does not grow from seed. So, as the women harvest the tubers, they also gather the stalks for later planting. But the rainforest grows on a thin layer of impoverished soil. Since most of the nutrients are held in the living vegetation, the soil will support only a few harvests. So the Waodani plant a series of gardens, carefully scheduled to mature in sequence. The cycle of planting and harvesting, abandoning the old gardens and moving on to the new, is continuous. At Duitumi, a day's journey from Awankado, Kempeti's family are planting the garden of their future jungle home. The men leave the large trees standing to shade the women from working in the blazing sun, to protect the soil from the sun and frequent torrential rains. The leaf litter is left undisturbed. When the planting is completed, the last trees are felled. The garden crops, like meat from the hunt, may be shared by the Waodani, but the women of each family prepare meals separately at their individual cooking fires. The jungle supports them well. The fruit of the chonta palm is one of the most prized delicacies of Waodani diet. The towering trees bear fruit only once a year, and except for Waodani ingenuity, it would be out of reach. Rings of spiky thorns guard the chonta. The trees are impossible to climb. In order to get at the fruit, Titikawa makes a climbing ring from twisted jungle vines and uses it as a brace to ascend a smooth bark cecropia tree growing amidst the thorny chonta. The conveniently located climbing tree did not grow beside the fruiting palms by chance. It was planted there by Titikawa years before. The jungle fruit is so valued by the Waodani that every chonta in the surrounding forest has been claimed. The Chonta thus becomes a part of the village kinship system, and the jungle itself a Waodani garden. As he gathers fruit from his Chonta palm, Titikawa proudly claims ownership. Voto da Ganga, my tree. But its fruit will be shared with the entire village in the traditional Waodani way.